Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the inheritance. Inheritance is the most important part of the OOPS concept. So let's understand what is the inheritance. So inheritance allow a class, means for an example, we have a parent class and the child class. So inheritance allow a class to inherit attribute and the method. Attribute means variables, methods means functions. So it allow a class attribute and method to the another class, and the main purpose of this one is for the reusability. For an example, you are creating a one class. In that class you created couple of the method, and like those method, like every time we have to use it. So but you want to create the different classes. For an example, you are having a car manufacturing company. In that, we have to decide the colors, like we have to define the color of that particular class. So just we have to pass that particular color name, and it will do according to the functionality. But you have the different type of the car, like we have the SUV kind of a car, we have four-wheeler, we have two-wheeler, any kind of. But color is the main and the common thing. So what we can do, we can create a one parent class called color, and in that related method we will declare. But like the different classes which we are having, like for the SUV car, four-wheeler, two-wheeler kind of, there what we will do, we will inherit that color class, and accordingly we will manage. Means that color logic we no need to write again and again in every kind of the classes. So the inheritance is basically we use it for the reusability. Now let's understand it with an example. So if we talk about the like the type of this is basically, first is the single level inheritance, and another is the multi-level inheritance. And if I talk third type, that is the multiple inheritance. So these are the three type of the inheritance which we have in the Python. So first let's understand the single level inheritance, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a one class A. So for that one, first what we have to do, we have to define, and here I'm going to do class A. So this is my class, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a one method, and I'm giving that method name as a method 1, and here this will be the self, we know. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to print we can print anything like method 1 called. So I'm saying class A method 1. So that's what I'm defining. Now here what I will do, I'll create another class. So class B, and here I'm just creating def and method 2. So this here I'm creating method 2, or let's create the method 1 only. If we want method 1, I'm just creating, and inside this one I'm saying print, because class method name can be the same in both the classes. So class B, and here I'm saying again method 1. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more method. So def, and I'm saying method 2, and inside that let's print class B method 2. So these two methods I have created. Now for an example, at point of this time, when I will create an object of the CLS B is equal to class B, and here you will see CLS B dot. When I will see, we will see the method okay, CLS B dot. So here I'm seeing only two methods called method 2 and method 1, and here in the right hand side you are seeing it is both are indicating to the class B, means these are calling on the class B method. So if I will call at point of this time with method 1, and what I will do, I'll just run at point of this time. So what it will print, it will print the method 1 logic, and that is obvious. You can see here class B method 1. Now what I want, like this method I want to utilize of method 1 here. So how I can inherit this? So to inherit, what we have to do, we have to put a bracket here, and here we have to give the class name. In that case, when I will run this, so for an example, when I will run this, it is calling this class v method 1, but it will be accessible. For an example, here what I'm going to do with this, you are seeing method 1 and method 2. So at point of that time, it will call the method 1. But the thing is here, for an example, this, see, if both the classes are calling with the same method, in that case, it will give the preference to the object of the class which we have created. It will call to that method only. Here, for an example, here if I will comment this one, for an example, I don't have method 1. In that case, if you will see, if I will say method, okay, so let me call method 1, and here you are seeing it is indicating to the class A. So when I will run at point of this time, it is saying class A method 1. So this is called the single level inheritance. Means if I want any feature of the class, means a different class, then what we can do, we can inherit and we can utilize with the object of that class. Now the thing is here, this is the child class and this is the parent class. So child class can get access everything of the parent class, but can't do with the parent class. For an example, here what I will do, I'll just change the class A object. Now in that case, can I get the method 2? No. So let's define it dot method 2. See, here it is not saying, but in that case, forcefully if I will write it, and when I will try to run this, it will give an error. And what it is saying, class A object has no attribute method 2. Did you mean method 1? So this is the way what we have. We have this inheritance concept, and at point of this time, class B is inheriting, means class A is inheriting in the class B. So we are able to utilize the method of the class A. Now there's one more thing. For an example, here I created one method def, and I'm just saying method, just simply I'm just saying method, and here we have one keyword called pass. What is the meaning of the pass? For an example, you want to define a method, but you don't want to write anything, any logic inside that. Then in that case, you can write the pass. Can I call this method? So if I will put this one, and when I will run this, you are seeing we can call. Since we didn't write anything in the inside this one, that is why it is blank. So this way also you can define the method, that is the variable. So this is the single level inheritance. Now in case of the multi-level inheritance, what I will do, here I will create another class, and this class name I'm going to say class, and I'm just saying class C. So this class name I'm going to give here, and here what I can do in the case of this, I will inherit a class B, and here I will say print. No, instead of print, let me create a method def, and here I'm just saying method 3, and here I'm just saying to print. So what I'm saying, class C method 3. So in that case, what will happen? So this is the child class of the B. So this class C can take any method of the class. It can have the method of the class A also, class B also, and class C as well. So in that case, when I will create an object of class C here, now in that case, what I will do, I want to call the method 1, that is the class A. So here you can see it is indicating class A method 1, class B method 2, and class C method C. So any method which you want to call, you can easily call this one. So this is called the multi-level inheritance. Means B is inheriting A and C is inheriting B. So this is the child class. In that case, it can take any method of any class A. So this is the multi-level inheritance. Another is the multiple inheritance, and that is the third point. What is the multiple inheritance? In that case, what I'm saying, I'm not inheriting class B with the class A. And here, class B, what I'm going to say, I'm going to inherit it with the class A and comma class B. In that case, this is the multiple inheritance. Means we are inheriting this class from the two classes. In that case, can I run this one? Object is the class C. When I will try to run this, you can see we can access it, but we can't access. Okay, so in that case, now let's call the method 2 because we are inheriting with the class B also. So now if I will say method, you are seeing, we are seeing the method 2 also. When I will run this, we can see this method. So this is multiple inheritance. So in case of the multiple inheritance, basically it go with the right to, uh, sorry, from the left to right, means class C, class A and class B. What I'm trying to say is, for an example, this class B also has the same method. And when I try to call this method, which method it will call? It will call class A method or class B because both has the same method name. So when I will run this, it will call class A method, not the class B. And the reason is, here the concept come of MRO, and that is the method resolution order. So what I'm trying to say is MRO, method resolution order, means if in case of the multiple inheritance, if the base classes or the parent classes sharing the same method name, in that case this class object will call the left one, means you are seeing class A is coming before the class B. Now for an example, here if I will put the class B first, and when I will run this, in that case you are seeing it is calling class B, not the class A. So this is called the method resolution order, MRO, and it occur in case of the multiple inheritance because at point of this time we are calling both the classes. Now in that case, let me create the constructor in all the cases. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the constructor, and we know how to create the constructor. And here I'm just saying print and class A in it. So this way I'm just calling, and now I'll copy to make it fast. And here what I will do, here, okay, let me put the class A, class B in it, and here I'm just putting class C in it. In that case, what will happen? So first, what I'm going to do, I'm just at point of this time, just forget about class C. I'm just talking about the class B and class A. And here I'm just inheriting with the class A. Just forget about for some time about the class C. And here I'm just creating an object of the class B. Now what I will do, let me comment. Okay, let me get rid of this one. In case of the class B and class A, we have the constructor in the class A only, not in the class B. And when I create the object of the class B, and here let's get rid of this method 1 also as of now. So let me comment it. And here we have the method 1 and method 2, and I'm just calling the method 2 here. So what I did, I have two classes called class B and class A, and class B is inheriting class A, and both like here class A has the constructor. So when we call it, when I will run this at point of this time, you are seeing first it is calling the constructor. So if we have the constructor and we want to call it, in that case what will happen? First it call the constructor, then it call the method. What if I will call the method 1? In that case, when I will run this, again you will see it is calling the constructor. So constructor is the priority to call any class in case of the inheritance. What if the class B also has the constructor? Then what will happen? In that case, what will happen? So in that case, first what it will do, it will give the preference to the class B. When I will run this, you are seeing it is giving the preference to the class B constructor. It is ignoring the class A constructor. So if that child class has the constructor, then it will give preference to that instead of parent class. But if the class B, means the child class don't have the constructor, then first it will print the parent class constructor. In that case, there is a scenario like I want to call the class A constructor also. Can I do that? Yes, we can do it using the super. So we have the super variable, and with that what we can do, we can call. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to call that init. So for calling to that one, what we have to do is should be in a small letter. So super, and we can call this init. Here you are saying it is indicating to the class A. Even with the super, we can call the parent class method also, means any kind of the method or the constructor you can call. When I will run this at point of this time, you are seeing first it is calling class A here, then class B in it, and then the method. Means anyhow we are calling this method, but first it is calling the init. Reason is obvious, because super we are calling before this one. That's why it is printing this. So the thing is, first it call the constructor, then whatever the logic you have written inside the constructor, then it will call that particular method. So this is the way we can use the super method as well. Now in case of the multiple inheritance, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create the class C object. In that case, what will happen? Okay, let me get rid of this class A from here. When I will run this, you are seeing first it is calling class C in it, because we have the inheritance, means we have the constructor here, that's why. And then class A. What if I will get rid of this one? Which constructor it will call? It will call class A or the class B constructor? Then the question is, first we have the class B, then obviously it will call this constructor first. So let me comment this also, otherwise we'll get confused. When I will run this, you are seeing first it is calling the init of class B. And when I will get rid of this one, then obviously it will call that, because we are calling using the super, you are seeing. So it is the expected answer, means the result is coming. So this is the way in the inheritance we use the single level inheritance, multi-level, multiple, how we use the MRO, means the how the MRO means method resolution order works. Now for an example, here you are inheriting, you want to access that particular method from the class B or class C, then again you can use the super dot and you can see the method 1 from class A or method 2 from class B. So anything, means with the what is the, see, let's understand what is the super method. Super method is basically give us the facility to access parent class, either method or constructor or any variable, anything of the soup, means parent class you want to access, just use this super method, and obviously it will go from the left to right in every cases of the inheritance. So that's it for this video. If you have any question and doubt, please comment. Thank you.